Hey everybody, I'm Rick Allen. I'm so glad you joined us on Rick's House for this episode here on Saturday morning at 7 to 7:30 or Sunday morning from 5 to 5:30. We're live here at the Gulf Coast Home Expo, and this goes to benefit our friends at Red Cross. What a great job they do. Did you know that the Red Cross doesn't get any money from outside the government or anywhere else? It all comes from donors and from events like this, so we're proud to be a part of that. We want you to come on in the house today. We're going to be here. We're also going to be with our friends over at Lowe's, and we'll be back over at Surplus Warehouse. We're looking to find the deals and help you not to let do-it-yourself become do-it-to-yourself. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, well, it's Rick's House. If you got a question, he'll help you figure it out. 'Cause it's Rick's House.
All right, so we've made our way to the 10th annual Gulf Coast Home and Garden Expo. Did I say it right, Bob?
Got it just right, Rick.
I got it just right.
Just
Well, I'm
right.
surprised that I did. So glad to be here with Bob Pierce and Kelly and the gang and what a job they do. You know, most folks do not know that the Red Cross does not take a dime of government money. Everything they do, they raise for themselves, and what a fantastic job they do themselves. Tell us a little bit, Bob, about what's going on here today.
And this is a great event for anybody who wants to know anything about how to do something inside your house, outside your house, in your yard. You've got floors and interiors and solar stuff and roofs and house coatings and master gardeners clinics and plants for sale and cooking demonstrations and all kinds of really super cool stuff. It's a great event, and of course I think the best thing about it is that it helps the local Red Cross
Absolutely.
organization. So you get to come out, see all of that stuff, meet a lot of really nice folks, and while you're having a great time, you're helping the local Red Cross. And every time we roll up on a fire scene and help a family, you were part of it just by coming to the show.
What a great way to get something out of the event, but also to give something back. We're going to look around through this show and some other shows and see what we can find through various episodes on Rick's House. We're glad you're here with us, and we'll be back right in a minute. Well, you know, they say don't get wetter, call Plum Better, and we're here with Tom. And Tom, you've been around Plum Better a long time.
Yes, sir, a day or two.
A day or two. Now listen, I'm gonna fess up. I caught him in the big box supply one day, and we got to talking about toilets of all things.
Oh yeah.
I could have used you yesterday. At the house, I had a broken cast iron toilet flange.
Yes, sir.
In a slab. That can be difficult. Or it can be easy, just depending on which way you have to go about it. Mine decided to be difficult because as big as I am in that little tiny bathroom, it was hard for me to get in there, but I got it done. Tell me about what you got here today and what you're doing, Tom.
Well, what we're here is at the Home Expo. We're showing some of the wares that we have and some of the services that we offer, from new faucets, install new faucets, kitchen sink faucets. We've got pull-out spout faucets. It's
all kinds of
shower
goodies.
valves, all kind of nice things in here today.
So now, would you say, and I know that Plum Better's been around a long time, and you
Yes,
guys
sir.
do a good job, I always hear good things about you. And I know, would you say that you do a lot of service work, you do a lot of new construction, a little bit of both? Where does it fall?
Service work is probably 99% of what we do. We do have an occasional new construction job we do from time to time for mostly some real good clients that really just want us to do the work for them. But,
well, you know, we've got
mostly service and repairs.
You know, we've got a lot of houses in this part of the world, especially with them being on slabs, especially with them having cast iron drains.
Yes, sir.
Especially with them having galvanized metal in for water lines. So they're getting some age on them. My house was built in '61. So, you know, I imagine it's time to start thinking about, beginning to change some of those things, or maintain them the best we can, whether it's tree roots getting into the drains or whatever it may be. Are you guys going in and replacing, like using PEX piping and replacing the lines?
Yes,
using
sir.
copper?
We do a complete repipe with PEX piping. It's real flexible piping. It's real weather resilient.
Yeah.
It's just real good stuff. It's quick to install. It's got great warranties with it. We do everything from drain cleaning to leak detection services.
Well, that's an important part, to know
sewer.
where the leak is.
Yes, sir. We can locate drains. We have a sewer camera right there. We clean a drain. We'll run that camera in there.
See what
and
the problem is.
we can show you where the problem is and what it is. And we can give you a price to fix it right then.
All right.
Or replace the whole thing.
Listen to that,
Just
folks.
whatever you like to do, we can take care
What Tom
of it.
said was he ain't scared to get down that sewer pipe and find out what's going on in there.
Yes, sir.
And he's got real long arms. Did you notice it? And little skinny elbows. He can get that clog.
Way up in there.
Listen, I want you to thank y'all for visiting with me today. Tell them how they get y'all and how they find you.
You can find us on the web, or you can find us in the phone book, or you can find us on TV or radio. We've got the trucks running all over town. Just give us a call at area code 850-914-3036, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you'll get a live answering.
All righty, that's our buddy Tom at Plum Better. We'll see what we can find up next here at the Home Show. You know, the Werner family has been around a long time building ladders, but they do more than build ladders. This is a really cool gadget that I want to talk about today, and I want to talk about it because it's going to put safety back into the ladder system. You know, how many times do you lean that ladder up against the house and you're looking around for a brick or a rock or 2 pieces of wood or something that's not safe to shimmy up one side of the ladder? It's dangerous, so you can apply this to one side and one leg of the ladder, then you have multiple adjustments so that when you're working up high like he is, the ladder's stable. It's one of the products that we think you should have on your ladder, and I want to show it to you today.
You know, I grew up in a house as an electrician's son, and I figured out right fast that I didn't want to do electricity for a living. Why? Because it takes a professional. Let me tell you about the professionals at Keefe & Sons Electric. Great friends of the Rick's House program. They are the electrical contractor that we like to recommend, who's with over 15 years of experience. They've built their company servicing the residential community and doing the commercial stuff. Solar systems, new construction, remodeling, bucket truck service, pools, spas, jacuzzis, wiring, electrical generator installations, panel upgrades, gas station wiring, and more. Whether it's troubleshooting or repair, we want you to call the team at Keefe & Sons Electric, 763-6599. That's 850-763-6599, or find them online at rickshousradioshow.com. Go to game. Keefe & Sons Electric. We make the impossible doable. Keefe & Sons Electric, getting the job done from bucket trucks to small residential. Professional electric services done the way they should be. Keefe & Sons Electric Company, a Rick's House favorite.
Hi, I'm Dave Williams with Mid-South Lumber Install Pros. Do you have windows and doors that don't operate correctly? Is the glass fogged? Can you feel cold air coming in? Let the Install Pros at Mid-South Lumber replace those old windows and doors for you. Go from this to this, from this to this, and from this to this. Improve the looks of your home while increasing your home's value and lowering your power bills. Call me personally, Dave Williams at Mid-South Lumber Install Pros, 215-5185. That's 215-5185.
Hi, I'm Jay.
And I'm Katie.
We want to take this chance to invite you to watch our reality show called Gears
Sunday nights at 9:30
on Fox 28.
All right, another one of the new items here at the Surplus Warehouse that we haven't told you about. Chris, you've got in stock granite, 6-foot granite, 25 inches deep. This is a great design for, what's the application here?
Most times you'll use it in a small kitchen.
Okay, galley-style kitchen,
yeah,
like on the beach cottage,
yes, sir.
things like that. It looks like it's about 1 inch thick, absolutely gorgeous, bull-nosed on the edge. And look at these prices, folks, starting at $139 all the way up, and the most expensive one is $229. What caught my eye, besides the granite, was this really cool stainless steel 30-inch range hood that's sitting right above it. Stainless steel, look at it, it looks like George Jetson. It's got the curved glass top, it's got the little buttons on it, it's got the 2 lights back here. I just want to say, beam me up, Scotty. Hey, y'all, I'm Rick Allen. We're back at the 10th annual home show here for the Gulf Coast. Also talking about for our Red Cross friends and raising money for this program. And I ran into Quinn at the last show, didn't have a chance to talk to him and see what he does. So, hey, here we are to find out about at-home contracting. Now, you came over to us from Destin.
Yes, sir.
And tell us what you do, what your company's about, all those kinds of things.
We do everything on the interior, exterior of the home.
Okay.
Kitchens, bathrooms, sunrooms, screen rooms, decks, fencing, siding, soffit and fascia. I mean, you name it. Anything except for landscaping and roofing, we do it.
Everything but landscaping and roofing. So you just kind of took those things and said, man, this is what I do and this is how I do it. Of course, licensed and insured and bonded and all those kinds of things out there. Now, how do folks get you if they're interested in finding out? Do you have a showroom to look at, or do you come to the home?
We come out to the home.
Come out to the home.
Yeah, we don't have a showroom. That's how we're actually able to save some money for the customers, is we don't have a large overhead.
Okay.
So, yeah, we come to the home, show you the product demonstration, get you a free, no obligation price, no pressure. So that way you can kind of plan a budget around it and decide
Well, I
which
noticed
one
in the booth you got a lot of things. You got a lot of different kinds of things, a lot of displays and things for folks to choose from. So,
Yes, sir.
you know, every time we're at a home show and we see somebody we don't know, we want to reach out and say, hey, what do you guys do? So we're introducing you to Quinn Martin from At Home Contracting, and they'll find you later on the web. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you very much. We're on Facebook and we got a website. So
Facebook and the website, don't forget about it. We'll be back in a minute.
Thank you.
All right, Chris, so you turned me loose. We're in the faucet section that does for showers and tubs, and I wanted to break down something I said in an earlier episode about faucets here at Surplus Warehouse. I want you to understand where the difference is and how the cost savings are, and what we consider it to be a good value and why. And here's the reason. This is a two-handled shower faucet, just like this right here, okay? Except it has the spout with it, so it's that model up there. The difference is, this is what goes in the wall. Okay, this is the valve body. Look at it, it's solid brass. Everything about it's brass, brass fittings, the stems are brass. You can tell that if I had a wrench, I could take the stem out and I can replace these so that if it starts to leak, it can be repaired. So I'm good with putting this in the wall. The difference in this is that in a lot of these products, your piece that comes out of the wall for your shower head will be plastic. This one's not plastic. This one's actually metal, which is really good. But where you see a little bit less quality, a little bit less, is in the spout itself, sometimes in the way the valve is done, and in the shower head itself. It's a very simple shower head. It's plastic. It does offer some adjustment, and you can take it out and you can see there's how the direction of it is put together. And it's very sufficient for what it is for the cost. Now, my point with this is that if the valve body's good and the stems are good and they're available, which they are, Chris, you said you can find them online. Most of them are another company that we shall say unnamed, but y'all help them with. If that's good, as long as this part's good, I'll take my 10 years on this and save some money, and we'll change it out later. All right, so here we are back in the nail aisle, in the fastener aisle, the hardware aisle as they call it here at Lowe's. And one of the things that I've often had trouble with when I'm doing carpentry is, you know, sometimes you need a little tiny drill bit. And that's a bit that is very easy to break. I break them all the time. It's hard to keep them, we lose them. So when I find myself doing wood trim and I need a bit to go into my drill that's just the right size and I don't have it, I do an old trick my grandfather taught me. You take a finish nail and you take a pair of pliers and you cut the head off, and then you chuck that into your drill and it becomes the size drill bit that you need for the hole you're pre-drilling. It works great, and I promise you can use it with almost any size nail as long as it's a finish nail, because the way the nail has this way and that way on the end of it. Works great. It's a handy tip, so you've always got a small nail bit when you need one, drill bit I should say, for that drill. Chuck it right in there and go to town doing trim. I hope that helps you. Don't let do-it-yourself become do-it-to-yourself. Listen to Rick's House.
Rick's Wardrobe provided by Neck Life. To get your Neck Life gear, go to rickshousradioshow.com.
When you sit down with an accountant to plan for your financial future, trust counts. And when you choose a doctor to care for your loved ones, trust counts. And when you choose a roofing contractor to protect you from the storms, trust counts. Tadlock Roofing, when trust counts. Proud to be North Florida's only Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor. To learn more, go to whentrustcounts.com. whentrustcounts.com.
Hey y'all, being from the country, I've learned one thing for sure. Your equipment can be the difference in a good year or a bad one. That's why I choose Beard Equipment. Quality products like John Deere and Steel, chainsaws, tractors, lawnmowers, you name it, they've got it. Parts, service, and a team you can count on. Call them today, 850-769-4844. That's 850-769-4844. Remember, Beard Equipment, a team you can count on. 4625 Highway 231, Panama City, or online at beardequipment.com.
You know, one of the good things that came out of the bad hurricanes in New Orleans was our friend Trudy and Jan came to Panama City, and guess what? They brought that Cajun place with them. Fantastic meals, Friday afternoon crawfish broils, and the great Cajun food. Good lunch specials, so let's go on in and see what they're cooking today.
Hi, I'm Trudy White, owner and chef of That Cajun Place. Originally from Humble, Louisiana, I bring authentic Cajun cooking to Panama City Beach. We offer a variety of po' boy sandwiches, all served on authentic French bread from New Orleans. Menu includes things like the Big Easy, the Houdad, Bayou Club, and the Nolans. Also try a bowl of our award-winning chicken and andouille sausage gumbo with a half a po' boy for only $7.50. Every Friday night we have a Cajun seafood boil. featuring whatever seafood is in season. Right now we're doing shrimp and blue crabs, including corn, potatoes, and mushrooms, and whatever else we can throw in the pot.
It's like having New Orleans right here in Panama City Beach.
It's delicious. It's about being back home. It's great.
Yeah, we're from Louisiana, and it is up to par.
Up to par?
Up to par.
Come join us at that Cajun place located at 8019 Thomas Drive, right next door to Salt Lake Tavern, where you can come and enjoy authentic Cajun cooking right on the beach. We're open from 11 to 9 Monday through Saturday and closed on Sunday. Go Saints.
All right, we found the booth for Rhino Shield. Now this is interesting to me because where my wife and I live in our, I don't want to say subdivision, we live across the street from the ocean. We've got a bunch of 2-story and 3-story houses there. And about 2-3 months ago, I saw the crew from Rhino Shield. You had the sign outside and they were doing a great job. But what interested me about it is that the preparatory work that they were doing to prepare the structure for paint, and a little bit, and Brittany's going to tell us a little bit more about that. But the preparatory work that they were doing was they were really taking their time. So I moseyed on over and made myself available to the guys and just said, hey, tell me what you're doing. And so they took a little time to talk to me about how they were doing it and talked about the process of how this works and what it does. Brittany, can you tell us more about it?
Sure. Well, we do all the prep work. We come in and we start out with sending a rep to the home. We measure the square footage, look at the prep work involved, and give you a price. That's free.
Okay.
And then we handle all the prep work if you decide to go forward with us. We pressure wash the home, we scrape and sand the flake and paint, we caulk all the cracks, and we replace or repair damaged wood if it's necessary.
So you do the complete, as far as prep work is concerned, you do
all
the complete
taken care
thing.
of.
Okay. Now tell me what makes Rhino Shield different from just a paint I might get at a big box store.
Right. Well, Rhino Shield is a durable ceramic coating.
Okay.
So compared to paint, we have a lot less water in our ingredients.
Okay.
We have 21% water, where regular paint has 60. So that's why you're having to paint every 5 to 8 years usually, because that water's evaporating out over time. It's causing the paint to get chalky and start flaking, chipping, or peeling. And then that's more prep work and sanding and scraping on your home. So what the Rhino Shield will do is preserve that exterior surface, because you're not having to do that near as often. It's 25-year warranty.
Okay.
So we guarantee that it's not going to chip, flake, or peel because of the lack of the water in it, but it also has ceramics and elastomerics in it.
Okay. So it's very durable. When I first started finding out about microchip paints or ceramic paints or whatever the proper terminology may be, I kind of, in my mind, kind of likened it to when we first started putting fiberglass and concrete. So it kind of bonded together and made a shield underneath and held everything together. And I guess that's the best way. About any color available?
Any
or
color,
any
unlimited.
color? Okay.
We can match a color on your home, or if you see one somewhere, we can usually try to match it.
Very good. All right. So you never know who you're going to find at the home show, especially one that's helping the Red Cross. We'll find out more about Rhino Shield, and we'll see where we're headed next. You know, one of the things that excites me is when I get out in the community and we are shooting video and we're learning about all the new products, everything that's out there, is I learn something every day. Right. And it's something that we can pass along to our viewers on the television show, we can pass along to our listeners on the radio show, and I just saw something that's new to me. I'm sure it's been around a long time. It's an architectural stone ledger. And here we have a piece of it. This is $5.99, but look at this. It's really, isn't that cool? It just looks so cool. So if you've got that backsplash in that rustic area that you want to do something with, maybe you got to go around the fireplace. You know, I think we can use it there. And if you, but it's really stone and it feels so neat. Yeah. Comes in 3 colors. I mean, what are you seeing this used for?
A lot of people are using it for around pillars, backsplashes, bar backs will use it, and just for an accent wall.
Wow, so you could use that in a shower? Could you use it in a shower?
You can use it in a shower.
As long as we go behind with the proper...
You want to go behind with the proper barrier and then seal it. So.
Wow, I like this. I could see that in our house. All right, it's my favorite part of the show. It's a chance when we get to give you guys something and it doesn't cost you a thing. All you got to do is go to rickshouse.radioshow.com. That's rickshouse.radioshow.com and tell me why you need this DuoFast coil nailer. Now this is something that's innovative. It's a cordless roofing coil nailer, but it's not just battery powered. It also has a fuel cell. It's the complete kit. It has 4 coils and nails, 2 batteries, 1 fuel cell, comes in a backpack with safety glasses and the cord. This is a $500 tool that our friends at DuoFast are giving you, and we want you to get, it comes with a full 1-year warranty as well. So here's how you get to us. Go to rickshousradioshow.com and register to win. You got to tell me why you need it, and we're going to pick somebody to win it in the next couple of months. It could be you. And I guess what? We're going to throw in a Rick's House prize too, and I'll tell you what that is. That'll be a surprise. Thanks for listening to us today. Be sure and go to the website and register. Find us on Facebook or on Twitter. Thank y'all.
Hi, I'm Dave Williams with Mid-South Lumber Install Pros. Do you have windows and doors that don't operate correctly? Is the glass fogged? Can you feel cold air coming in? Let the install pros at Mid-South Lumber replace those old windows and doors for you. Go from this to this, from this to this, and from this to this. Improve the looks of your home while increasing your home's value and lowering your power bills. Call me personally, Dave Williams at Mid-South Lumber Install Pros, 215-5185. That's 215-5185.
Hi, I'm Brad. I'm an Aries. I like romantic candlelit dinners. I love long, slow strolls on a deserted beach. Romantic. Puppies and puppy breath. I love puppy breath. But what really turns me on more than anything else is the latest issue of Pro Tool Reviews magazine. Oh, I love it. Every issue has great tool tests, tool reviews, and the latest tool information. Written by the people who know, people who use tools every day. Go to ProToolReviews.com and get your subscription now. Puppy not included.
When you sit down with an accountant to plan for your financial future, trust counts. And when you choose a doctor to care for your loved ones, trust counts. And when you choose a roofing contractor to protect you from the storms, trust counts. Tadlock Roofing, when trust counts. Proud to be North Florida's only Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor. To learn more, go to whentrustcounts.com. whentrustcounts.com.
Hey y'all, being from the country, I've learned one thing for sure. Your equipment can be the difference in a good year or a bad one. That's why I choose Beard Equipment. Quality products like John Deere and Steel, chainsaws, tractors, lawnmowers, you name it, they've got it. Parts, service, and a team you can count on. Call them today, 850-769-4844. That's 850-769-4844. Remember, Beard Equipment, a team you can count on. 4625 Highway 231, Panama City, or online at beardequipment.com.
Hi, I'm Jay.
And I'm Katie.
We want you to know we're proud to offer this area the best warranty on transmission repairs ever for as long as you own your car.
Military and senior discounts, lifetime warranties, and transmission services starting at $49.95. Come see us.
So we're back at Lowe's and we're over in the pesticide section, over in the garden area where you find the things you need. And who do I run into? Our old friend from Bear Advanced Garden Products. You know, Lance Walheim has been on our program so many times, and we're going to have him on TV really soon. But the Bear Advanced team does a great job with pesticides, research, poisons, and germ control. They're a Rick's House favorite. We recommend them. I use this personally in my own home. It's the Home Pest and Germ Killer. It's a great product. It lasts longer. They do the research, and we're excited about it. Now, you always know it's Bear Advanced when you see the blue cans. It's a good value for your money. It's something that we can recommend. And they have a full line of products from weed killers to home pest control, even everything down to a little bag that you put on a tree to help it start growing. So there's lots of things that Bear Advanced does. Check them out online or listen to them on the radio show or see them on TV on Rick's House. Let's see what else we can find in Lowe's today. All right, we're at Coastal Windows Energy Coatings. I think I said that right. Our buddy Shannon, who is new to us, just is going to tell us about what's going on here. And this is something I'm interested in because we've got a lot of single glass, a lot of just plain insulated glass here in this part of the world. Tell us what you do.
Well, we'd like for everyone to come down and take the Hooper Optic Challenge.
Okay.
And here, when we turn the lights on, we have a single plain piece of glass on one side and our Dre product on the other side. When the light comes on, you can feel the sun's heat on this side, and this side is stopping the heat coming in by 70%. So it can make a really huge difference on your power bill.
You know, we don't realize sometimes, and I remember back in the old days when we were selling windows back in the day, and we had the infrared light kit. But really and truly, when you really feel what's coming out of that sun, in through single glass or in through double insulated glass, without any type of coating whatsoever, it's doing damage to your furniture, it's doing damage to your carpet, and it's allowing heat to get into your home. And whether in the wintertime, maybe that's a good thing, but it's also letting heat out. In the summertime, it's letting heat in, so it means bad energy efficiency. So we're going to see what else we can learn today from this booth about how they can help you if you've got those single glass options. All right, so here we are at Coastal Energy Window Coatings, and the next thing I wanted to show you, this is really cool. In an earlier segment, I had told you about what we used to have, or I don't know if I did or not, maybe I just told Shannon. But when I used to sell windows, we had a kit that we carried which had an infrared light in it. And back then we had a little whirlybird thing that was inside of a light bulb, and what happened was it had a black on one side of the fin for one side and white on the other, and so as it heated, it would start to spin. Now they got these really cool things. What is that thing, Shannon?
This is a BTU meter.
It's a BTU meter.
It's going to show the heat coming in.
Okay,
we're going to set it. We're going to set it at 400.
Okay.
All right, with a just plain piece of clear glass,
just plain
double pane
glass.
We stick that there, and it's going to drop it to 255. Okay. Now we can take our tray, and well, we'll take our. So
now what we're doing, we're taking a double insulated glass window, and we're adding just a coating, nothing else.
So we're currently at 252. We're going to put our tray, and it's going to drop it down to 21.
Wow.
Huge difference.
From 252 to 21. Now tell us what that means energy efficiency wise.
Well, we're able to save up to 30% on your power bill,
okay,
depending on your square footage of your glass on your home.
Okay.
So it makes a huge difference. Plus, like you said earlier, protect your furniture and your carpets and your hardwoods, which makes a huge difference.
And I imagine the film has some stability then when it adds it to the glass itself. Is that true?
It's going to help strengthen the glass. And if it gets hit or anything, it's going to keep it hold together, so no one's going to get cut or anything like that, or it shatter and go everywhere and make a huge mess.
All right, well, we appreciate them showing us what they are and what they have to offer. I know they've got some other glass things, and it's interesting when we learn as we go. Yes, ma'am, you've got a question. Stay rolling. Does it provide a discount for your insurance?
Depending on your insurance carrier. And we also, our Dre product qualifies for the Earth Sense for $1 per square foot of your windows that you get covered. And there are some federal tax credits also that are available on residential and commercial that we qualify for.
Outstanding, great question. Thanks for joining us on Rick's House. We'll see what we can find next. So we've had a great time here at the Gulf Coast Garden Home and Expo, and so we're so excited about helping the Red Cross and doing our part. We hope that you had an opportunity to come out and visit with them too. Also a visit with our friends at Surplus Warehouse, and it's always good to get in the big blue box over there with our friends at Lowe's and see what we can learn. We are excited about you being part of our program, and we hope if you missed this show, you'll find it on Rick's House TV at YouTube. So we look forward to that. You can always find us during the week at rickshousradioshow.com or rickshouse.tv.com. You can find us there at either place, or Rick's House Radio at gmail.com. So we're just all over the place. Just type in Rick's House and you'll find us somewhere. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have a good one.
Oh, well, it's Rick's House. If you got a question, he'll help you figure it out. 'Cause it's Rick's